What's happening, everybody? This is Powerbang, and I'm bringing you tonight some Town Hall 9 action. We're going to be looking again at the Zap Quake LaLoon strategy, and that is basically bringing an air attack with lava hounds and balloons to take out the base via the air. And that's what WHF is quickly becoming known for. We are bringing a lot of air attacks against our opponents, and it's been really cool to see some of the different strategies that are coming out. But one that we always come back to, it seems like, when we see a base that's vulnerable to it, is the Zap Quake LaLoon. This could be a Penta LaLoon, this could be a Quad LaLoon. We're going to see both in this video. I'll show you when to use these different strategies and when it might be okay to sacrifice a Lava Hound. Oftentimes, bringing 5 Lava Hounds is completely overkill, and you're able to basically finish the raid with 1 or 2 Lava Hounds left unpopped. But let's go ahead and identify the key points here when you're scouting a base. First off, look for those exposed heroes, the guys that are way out here on the side of the base that you can go ahead and access with your heroes. Sometimes you can just drop your heroes in, you know, and the heroes will actually hop the wall, or maybe they're outside the base. You have to kind of use your best judgment here. Another thing that you're looking for are these exposed clan castles. This will be a common theme as well in some of the bases that you're going to see today. So look for those. As far as air defense placement, you want to make sure that you know, you're able to target the air defense with your Zap Quake that is most going to disrupt your pathing on your Lava Hounds. Almost always that's going to be the air defense most central to the base. In this case, this air defense right here. Notice if you drop your Lava Hounds in from, I don't know, say 9 o'clock over here, the first air defense they will travel to is this one. Well, then they go into the center one, leaving this third one uncovered, and also all of these defenses out here free to shoot the balloons as they approach, because your Lava Hounds have gone too far inland and are not tanking the air defenses. So the best course of action is to Zap Quake this central one and have the Lava Hounds path in the straight line from this air defense to this air defense, and that will pick up any Teslas that are outside the wall up here by the Wizard Tower. It will pick up this Archer Tower, and also any Teslas between the Expo and the Bomb Tower. So that's something to keep in mind when you are scouting the base. Let's go ahead and take a look at a raid here. He's going to drop in a king on the bottom right here, and the way he drops it is so that it paths to the left. He's basically making sure that he's creatively pathing his king towards that Archer Queen location, and you can do this by mapping out the nearest building. When you drop your king on the side of one building, is it closer to the building on the right or the closest to the building on the left? When he approaches the building on the left, now he's standing on the right side of it, which way he's going to go then? So you can kind of plan this out. Again, he's close enough here to get the CC out into this poison spell that he's got with both heroes in it. It looks like he's going to go ahead, use that king ability, and he's able to kill the queen, king, and get the CC taken care of, with the exception of the baby dragon. Now, that is a pretty good frickin' trade-off there for only a hero and a poison spell. Then we've got the Zap Quake has already taken out that central air defense, and we've got the queen using her ability to get the baby dragon taken care of, and here comes the Lava Hounds. 3 Lava Hounds go into this first air defense. He still has 2 remaining, so that gives him a lot of flexibility here. He's buying a lot of time tanking, and notice all of the defenses here are in range of this this first air defense, and that makes it very easy for those Lava Hounds to attract the fire of all of the defense buildings. Now look at this Expo here. It is targeted to ground and obviously not a threat to the air, so that's another thing that you're going to look for when you're scouting a base. We've got some Tesla farm action up on the top outside the base. A little bit of a surprise, but we drop a haste spell there that speeds up the balloons, and a heal spell is sometimes recommended for this composition for those tricky spots that you're not able to predict. Especially in the Wizard Tower farm and Tesla farm areas of the base, a heal spell can work wonders, even without a haste or rage, because the not enough damage incoming to actually take out the balloons. One really key point is that when approaching the backside of a base with your balloons, you always want to make sure that you have something dedicated specifically for the Wizard Towers. That way the Wizard Tower locks onto a small group of balloons, just like you see here, rather than the larger group. As long as you approach the final Wizard Tower or Wizard Towers in the base with 2 or more distinct set of balloons, that only leaves one of those groups at risk rather than the whole shebang, and you end up not losing all of your balloons before you have an opportunity to clean up the base. Kreta here has done a great job having all kinds of lava pups available, and he's got a whole bunch of balloons left to clean up as well. So that's a great example of a Zapquake LaLoon taking out that central air defense and pathing those balloons and lava hounds around the base in a clockwise or counterclockwise rotational fashion to remove the defenses from the base. He brought a heal spell here to help him out, and in the next raid, I believe you're going to see some haste, but we will go ahead and get to that right now. So let's go up to number 20. This is Yagmer. And Yagmer, again, is going to look at this base. We'll pause it just for a moment to go ahead and look at the air defenses. Now, this one, there isn't a clear-cut Zapquake priority. What I mean by that is this air defense over here is pretty near the side, and when you're looking at these air defenses, how close are they to the range of the defenses around them? You see all of these are in range of this air defense, so that's a great one to leave up and anchor your lava hound on, so everything's distracted by your hounds and you're able to sneak in and take out all of those. Same thing over here. This one is in very good range of all of these defenses, and that one's also towards the outside of the base, a great candidate to leave up. Now, there's a wild card at play here. This air defense here is next to quite a bit of open space that could have some Tesla farm indication here behind this dark storage. But again, so could this one. And I feel like between the town hall and the air defense and bomb tower there, I think there's more opportunities for Tesla in this location. So he chooses to go ahead and Zapquake the bottom right defense, I believe, to go ahead and take that out and sit his hounds on the one on the left. Again, exposed clan castle, and what he's going to do here, we're going to fast forward this a little bit. He's waiting for the queen to get to a point right now where she's going to hop the wall. He wanted her to be in range, so when the king goes ahead and steps forward, the queen is on alert, just like you see there with the question mark. She's standing attention, fires at the king. That's going to aggro him to her, where he's able to use the ability and take her out. Now, very nice job doing that. He's able to get the clan castle lured, but he does not attack it because it is a lava hound. And if you can avoid a lava hound in a LaLoon attack, that is ideal because it cannot do any harm to your air troops. So he just goes ahead and sends his troops here, targeting that left air defense. And look at that, wouldn't you know it, there's a Tesla. There's another Tesla on the left. So that was a great call leaving that up. Those Teslas there without any air defense to anchor on could have been quite a challenge to take out. And it looks like we've made the right call. So rotational deployment, you're targeting 2 to 3 balloons on each point defense here. The 3 balloons would be sent in places where they would path then to an air defense or a expo next. Not an air defense, excuse me, an expo next. But yeah, you want to kind of make sure that you're able to take out these defenses in one shot. The expos are the highest defense that your loons will target. And then he's got lava hounds coming in the backside to make sure that it's parked on that air defense and able to tank for the balloons. But look at the synchronization here as they all arrive at these buildings at more or less the same time, and they all go down at once. And again, going to the last couple of buildings in this base, completely synchronized, taking it all out. The only thing was only having one balloon on the cannon on the right, but we do end up getting that taken out. And again, the queen, not even used right now. Pretty freaking sweet. He drops his archer on the bottom hut to get that lava hound away. And you're going to see at some point here, I believe the queen's going to come down for cleanup. But he's got plenty of pups, plenty of balloons, and the balloons are finishing up the final couple defenses right now. And lo and behold, they're going to end right in all those high hit point storages, so they'll be able to take those out right away. So beautiful job with that. Another archer to lure away that lava hound. And the queen finally comes down and pops the lava hound with a second to go. Swag heal on the left wasn't even needed. That's how powerful this strategy is, guys. A lot of times you are ending with extra spells. Now let's look at a modified version of this attack where we're going to look at 25. And this started out, it looked like, as a Zapquake Penta plan. However, again, you can see the style of base. You've got an offset queen over here. Might be a little bit difficult to get to, but the air defense placement is absolutely perfect for the Zapquake Penta strategy. Notice this central air defense. You can easily get that out of the way. And look at the ideal placement of all of the defense around the air defenses. Everything is in range, which is perfect. And even in this base, the air defenses, or excuse me, the expos, I'm going to call those air defenses all video long, guys, I promise you. The expos are pointed up, so it's not as much of a gimme as you might think. In addition to that, level 30 heroes for the defender, only level 20 king for the offense, and we will watch exactly how this goes down. So Mo drops a Lava Hound here in favor of 4 Giants and a couple of extra cleanup troops, and he also has a baby dragon here. So he's sacrificed a little bit of camp space in 1 Lava Hound and some balloons, 2 balloons to be exact, to go ahead and afford him some utility troops to get some extra objectives accomplished. Now he drops the baby dragon on the south part of this base here to go ahead and do some funneling. That's going to help him with the giant here to go ahead and buy him some time for that queen to work her way into the cannon and take it out before she takes too much damage. So really nice job with that. The queen's going to work her way up. And now her job is to go ahead and get to that air defense. Now, that is going to be 2 air defenses here for the price of 1 hero, a baby dragon, and the Zap Quake. So incredible value thus far. She continues her walk, and now we've got a clan castle and an enemy archer queen to think about. The other 3 giants are going to go down, and he uses a jump spell to go ahead and get in to the cannon here, and he's going to follow that up with a king, and then use the skeleton spell. Gotta highlight that. Love the skeleton spell. It's distracting the queen. She doesn't know what's going on. It's attacking her like crazy. Again, nothing here to attack the Lava Hound, and it's staying alive. Level 20 king uses the ability, takes out the enemy queen, and now we're free to start the LaLoon. Again, targeting those balloons to the beginning part of the defense ring is always imperative. You don't want to ever have to backtrack, and any time that you can directly target a wizard tower, that is high value. So here comes the haste spells to kind of speed everything along. He's only got another haste spell left here, so he's going to have to use that wisely. Again, expos are pointed up here, so a little bit more damage is incoming here to this base. He's dropped the last hound, or not the last hound, but his CC hound over all of these defense buildings. They trigger any traps that happen to be there, which is another way to choose your pathing to the air defense. And all of the balloons just synchronize right to the defenses, taking everything out. And we've got a Lava Hound now out in front of the balloons, full health, tanking. That extra air defense that the queen was able to get was just really, really, really strong. And now that that Lava Hound is decidedly out front, the Tesla, the Archer Tower, anything that is, going to be a threat can lock onto that. And eventually the balloons will get around to all of the final defenses here. And again, tons of pups everywhere. They're taking out that king and all the trash on the right side of the base. All kinds of balloons. You see how much damage they took there from 1 wizard tower, though, on the edge of that ring. So that can be dangerous if you're not careful. But everything is taken care of. Monochrome getting it done. Absolutely loved it, Mo. That's going to be it for the video, though, guys. Penta LaLoon, Quad LaLoon in certain situations, like when you can pick up an extra objective and have less room for your hounds to travel. Again, guys, the rule of thumb is, 1 extra hound per air defense. Even in a Zap Quake, when you start off with five hounds and you're going against 4 air defenses, you Zap Quake 1, you still, want to have that patience. You want to, let the hounds blow up so you actually get those pups. And then, if you're going to be able to get 2 air defenses, you'll start with 4 hounds in your clan castle. I guess if you get 1 air defense taken out, you're still going to be able to Zap Quake. And that's just, for the Zap Quake strategy, I guess 2 more hounds than air defenses is usual because you have less spells to help your balloons along. So that's kind of, my rule of thumb. But really nice job here to the attackers in this video. More just top-notch air strategy from these guys, taking out some difficult Town Hall 9 bases. But again, guys, look for those exposed heroes. See if you can take those out with your heroes. And also, peep out the center of the base. And if they have that Y-shaped air defense formation with that centralized air defense, that's usually a pretty dang good candidate to Zap Quake and wreck the base. So, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Smack the like button if you did. And I will see you guys next time.